I'm off to a wonderful start. Tap wasn't quite on all the way. I went to shake the paint and it kind of went all over. Well, such is our start for today. I don't think I got it all over myself, so score. Let's try and get some, I'm not sure exactly what colors we're going to use today. So that's a wee bit of a challenge. What we might start with is sort of a gentle sky. So that will do it. Try something fairly simple. This part anyway. I want this fairly light, so we'll rely mostly on the yellows, I think. I'll go ahead and add a little of this now. Not sure if that's quite enough paint. Might have to add more. Alright. This I'm going to probably have to move as well. I wanted to have my fan not blowing quite on me, just more blowing in general, but now I'm hitting this thing too much. It's blowing away there. Can't have that. I don't know that I need any white in this sky. I'm going to stick with the yellow and conserve my amount of white because I don't have all that much. Alright, we'll go ahead and get some... Oh, right now. I don't know where I'm going. Are things already here? Go ahead and give this a little swipe, maybe a couple different directions. Oh, actually that's quite lovely in and of itself. There's that weird cell thing with this, this yellow does that, and I don't know why. Consistently does it too, batch after batch of yellow. Oh, hey, oh, good Lord. Microsoft Edge wants to send me little messages. Jeez. I went through this thing the other day, and I told it don't play a sound. I don't care what you want to tell me, because I come out here to meditate, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, thrum. All right, we'll go ahead. I think I'm going to turn this on its side and try the blower real quick and just see if we can soften that sky even more so. Oh boy, then move it off. Ooh. Goodness. That does not need much improvement, does it? Just a little spot up here, no paint at all. I'll put some paint up there. If you've got lots of paint down here, I'll just kind of dab it on there. Just fill that spot in there. Corners are hard. Well, that is interesting. I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. Don't have to be sure, I guess. One of these same colors, but maybe a little darker. The center, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do yet, so I was leaving that kind of a blank slate, as it were. So what we probably want to do, I think I still want some Rosa Hills up there, so we'll put a little bit more I still want to do some rose-like things up there, so I'm going to change my mind here and a little more of this up here. Get it just the same colors, but a little darker. This one might be a bit of overkill. So I'll try this one first. Got this one spot right there. It doesn't make any sense to me. The rest of it, though, I kind of like. That little dot that doesn't belong there. And we'll come back up here with this. Huh. Interesting. All right. Got the little tool thing. Hang on. There we go. See if we can get. Looks like little foliage up here. I'm not sure if we can, but I'm going to try it now. Don't particularly remind me of trees right now, but let's put a little bit of cross foliage on them. That might help. Same way here. It's not quite doing it for me up here, so let's just maybe smooth that back out there. More like what it was. An idea for something I wanted to try, but it didn't work out too well. That's okay though. Never hurts to try new stuff. Somewhere over here. That didn't quite work out what I wanted it to do, but a lot of it is. This is super interesting. Okay, oh, you already have a little waterfall coming down here. Good. Let's see if we can't maybe heighten that as it comes down then. All right, what other colors? Now I want to start thinking about other colors. Got some interesting stuff here. I'd like to start introducing some different colors down here. I'll just think for just a minute. Or maybe even just some blacks and purples and stuff. Maybe, you know, what I might want to do is use a little cup or something over there. Make sure I don't. Good, shoot. Apparently the nozzle was a little stuck on that one. That's okay. Could be worse. Worse things can happen to us than the nozzle getting stuck. I'll just kind of put this in here for now. We definitely need more paint over there. We've got pretty much nothing. So we'll have to get some more paint over here. And what I was thinking is of maybe adding a couple with some colors in it. Let's think about that. Just a small cup at this point. I'm a little bit off on what I want to do. I'm not too sure about the colors in this area, so that's creating a little bit of disconnect in my tiny little brain. So maybe just let me think for me. Oh, that was that color again. I thought I had this color. A completely different color than I thought I had. Oh, that happens too. And then what other colors would go with this sort of sunset top? Maybe even some cooler, like some blues and stuff down here at the bottom. You know, I am too, Humor. We'll have to just see how that goes. I like this. I mean, it looks like a sunset sky with maybe some mountains in the front there. And I like the way that's going. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want to go, where else to go with it. So I don't want to stick with all hot colors. I want to cool this down a little bit. Could even put some browns in there. That might work. I don't want to end up, like I said, with nothing but hot colors in here. Sometimes I use a little of this, but that's not really going to cool it down much. I might stick with some of this, or this yellow though, just as the base color to sort of pour onto. Mix that around a bit. It's hard to pour right onto dry canvas is a little harder, although we did okay up there, I gotta say. I was thinking that one kind of lost what I was doing over here. But we can hopefully get that back to what I was thinking I wanted. Just sort of mix it up a little more. Use an implement to shovel this on there. That was a thought, like a spoon. That's going to take all year long. Let's try something a little bigger. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I had something going up there, and then I think I sort of lost it a bit. But let's just keep plowing through anyway. Oh, hey, Dan. Oh, I'm sorry you feel tired, although I don't know what time it is there. You might have every right to feel tired if it's late. I'm really not too sure what I'm doing anyway. It's just one of those free-form things we're thinking of at the moment. I think I might take the blower back up there. Let's put up the big blower. Let's do. So quite a bit of this heavy color, but I kind of like that negative space there in that corner. I might leave that. It just stormed all day here. Usually we get like some sort of little reprieve at some point, you know, like the rain will stop for a little bit. Boy, not today. It just stormed and stormed and stormed. Stormed like there was no tomorrow. I'd like to try the swiper, a smaller swipe. I'd like to maybe integrate these colors a little more, create sort of an extra little section in here. Same way up in here, create a new color set, new section up here. Let's try just swiping that right on in there. Could fix it in a bit with some other colors. I just want to see for color's sake where we're at here. I still want to do something. I'm going to do something a little different there too, I think. I'll add more of these darker colors up in here. A lot in there, but I want to add a little bit. Maybe a little of the darker color down in here. Just see if there's enough paint here to use this to soften this transition between these colors. Depends on how much paint is on there really. A little bit, not enough paint there. I didn't maybe want quite such a bright blue thing there at the top, but we'll think about it. Maybe it could be a tree. We might be able to make it into something. With that. I want to come down here a little bit. I'm going to come down and then back up, I think. Well, there's an unusual one for you, huh? Got some really different stuff going on in this one. What I'd like to do to smooth this a little bit. It's a little funny. Spent most of today with a gray squirrel. There's a gray squirrel who discovered Min's stash on the porch, and he spent all day asking me to refill that stash. But it was so wet and so cold, and he looked so pathetic out there. I just couldn't resist going ahead and giving him whatever nuts he wanted, you know. What can you do? I mean, the thing was so pathetic out there. I just can't even tell you guys how pathetic that squirrel looked out there. It was so cold and wet. Oh my God, so wet. Earlier too, it was really windy. You'd see his little tails kind of flailing around in there, and I thought, oh, it's just so sad. So he got me for some nuts for sure. No, I think I'd like to. There's something a little off here. I wonder if I have more of that other one. I need a little bit more paint of this other color. This color here. I kind of lost. There's like no paint here at all. I lost that. Let's get some paint back on there. So I'd like to. I wanted this kind of a thin line, and it sort of overtook. So I'm just going to pile on some more of this other color in here. Let's get a little more of this. The other squirrels aren't like Min though. They don't hang around. They don't visit with me, or you know, they run off when I open the door, but then they come right back. Originally I was going to put a waterfall down the middle of this thing, but now I'm looking at it, I think I want it more over here. Kind of come down along there maybe. Let's see if we can do that. It's a strange sort of spot here too. Let me just try and move that out of there. There we go. Alright, so we take this, I started to say water, this white paint. I want to drip it on here, but I want to just come down here, wherever I want there to be a waterfall. And put that on there. Up in here too. It starts way up in here. Put some in a cup so I can get a little more going there. I like this though. This is really, really shaping up into something different, isn't it? For those of you that wanted to see something a little different. That is not bad. Some really fascinating stuff going on there. Maybe try some of this. I forgot it was Saturday. No wonder you're tired, Dan. I hope you had a really good day and did something super fun. I said I was pretty much stuck in here all day with this insane weather. There was not much doubt I was going to do anything other than sitting here and go, man, it's wet out there. And that's most of how I spent today, going, wow, it's still wet out there. Look how wet it is out there. It just, as I mentioned before, it's very seldom we have a day that's just unrelentingly wet like this. Usually the sun pops out at some point, and there's a little, you know, kind of comes and goes. Not today. Today was very much just about it raining. Part of the highway, I gather, collapsed on the way to the southern part of the coast, to a little town called Yachats. Is part of the highway collapse there. Nowhere near me. It's over by the, not only is it by the coast, it's not anywhere near my part of the coast. So, wow, I like this. Isn't that different? Lots of places to put cool little touches too in there. We'll see if we want to put any little trees or something in there while we're here. I've got plenty of dark paint for that. Yeah, I think we integrated those other colors pretty well. Got some almost dark foreboding sort of colors in here. Excuse me. So, do we want to add some more things while we've got some paint out, or just wait till it dries? This is one that could go either way. And I'd add up just a little bit more white right up there. It looks like the way the waterfall goes, it could have a little bit more white right about here. I think. And now a little more in line. I like that brown. That is super different. Oh, well, that's fun. I'm trying to get my holiday baking done. I got the last of the cookies mixed up today. And I'm hoping to, what I'll do is Monday morning start in early baking cookies and then send them out for the ones I mail out. As you know, my mother is still in California, so I send some out to her and also to you, Mert, here. We'll be getting a batch of cookies. I would send some to you, Dan, but they never make it in an edible form. In fact, I'd be lucky if they can make it from California to, from Oregon to California in an edible form with the way our post office is going lately. I'd add maybe another layer there. I might use a darker color for that. A little bit of black up here, just to get a little bit of a line there. And we might get that blower back out there. On there. I forgot to, I can always use a straw. I don't feel like getting the blower back out there. I think I'd still, in fact, I'm going to try that right now. So that's a weird sort of dot there that I'm not too sure about. Up there on the, I could just use the, I'll just use this maybe. I don't know what happened there. A little dot up there. Dots don't look quite right. Okay. And there's another little layer, and there's some more layers there. I said I can easily see where we can put like all kinds of trees and stuff in here, but we might want to wait until this dries and do that after the fact. Now, how much paint do I have left in this cup, though? Oh, that's kind of interesting looking. What I might do is put that on a rock. I'm tempted to leave this. I'm kind of liking this. and do everything else you want to do after the fact. You know, that could even be like a row of hills. You know, there's a strange line up there, though. Something happened there where there was no paint at all, so we'll just sort of move that around a little bit. Trying very carefully to lift that without throwing that saran wrap over it. You don't want that. It's always a shame when you get almost to the end and then you do something really stupid. Okay, I think that's a little bit more of a cloud line there. I am having all kinds of trouble with this saran wrap. My undersheet here, let's just move that a little better. It looks a tiny bit funny to me that there's a lump there. See if I can just blow it one way or the other. Okay, well that took it out. Yeah, it didn't look like a mound now. Yeah, I can really see potential, like I said, for adding foliage to this and little temples and all kinds of stuff. Not too sure. You know, one part I'm not too happy with though is that section right there. Maybe we'll put in a little bit more paint since we've got all this paint. Right here. Maybe create even another little peak in there. That transition is really a little bit weird. Maybe get the blower and mix that in a little bit. There, that marbled out nicely. Good. I was wondering about blowing the water just a little bit. We'll try that. I kind of like it the way it is, but I think if I turn it upside down, my apologies if my enormous head is in the camera. All right, let's try that, just for something a little bit different. And maybe just we'll get a line. Let's put that more of a line back down there. It looks like it starts and stops a bit. I want to add a little bit more white there. Let's brighten that a tiny bit. I don't know which side would be less likely to cause problems for me. I'm going to try putting a little more of a line of white back in there. That made a little bit more of a solid water line, which I don't know that we really needed, but it looks interesting. So I don't regret it. I don't regret that decision, and that's all I'm going for. I often try and add the details to it at this stage, but then I often regret that I did it too. And I'll go, gee, why did I do that? Why didn't I just let it dry and work with it then? What was wrong with me? So, mixed feelings. This is nice and dark though. See if we can maybe just smooth this line out a little bit more. Oh, that uncovered some nice light colors as well. Good. This part I wasn't too sure about either, if we wanted to maybe smooth that a little bit. Not sure we improved that at all. So this has some really fascinating ideas to it. This part up here maybe could use a slightly different tone. Maybe fill it in, but very softly. I don't know that I want the gray particularly, but let's put a little bit in there. And maybe just smoosh it around. And use our ability to mix this. Although that actually worked out pretty well just in and of itself. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, how are we doing with this then? We've got our main waterfall. We almost have a secondary waterfall coming down there. That blue almost looks like one. You could see how that looked. Did I use this blue in this at all? I don't think so. But that's a color it seems to have created itself. So if you looked at this like a little bit of a watery thing coming down there. You want to make that make sense? I mean, we can do anything we want. That's it. That's the beauty of this whole thing. We do whatever we want with it. Maybe top that off a bit. And I might take the blower out even. Mix some. I think I might mix some white and some blue. Upside down again. I'm going to have to put a little bit more water on that if I want that to look like another water thing coming down there, but it's not too bad. And anything else I want to add like that while we're here. It's so nice and early too. That didn't even take this long, did it? I like all that lacing that ended up there. There's a little bit of not enough paint in that one spot. I think I even filled that in already. I have to do it again. Okay, well, let's try it again then. I'll get some of this more pinkish color for that spot. See if I can add that. Sometimes what happens is as it starts to dry, little flaws appear that you just that you don't notice as it's going because the paint's too thick. So when the paint's thicker, everything looks like it's just fine and everything's going along good, and then it starts drying and it uncovers some problems. A slightly darker color may have been better, but on the other hand, that could be the mist or spray from the water. So that's, it's possible that it would do that. I just noticed something. Did I see something there? No, it's okay. All right, well, this is actually starting to dry, so I should probably put any final little touches on it. I'd like to maybe add a little bit more white to the water that's in the back. Just to this water up here. Oh, I've got it. We could add a little more. I thought about that this part probably needed more if we were going to make it look like it's another little waterfall coming down off the side here. I need more water to pull that off, or more white to make it look like water, I should say. And I thought what we'd do is maybe cut that off with this rock-like structure. Like it comes behind that rock. The rock's in front, so you don't see what that does after that. Yeah, it did go fast, didn't it? I think I probably wanted to do that the other way. I was just being lazy. And I think what we might do is let it set right there and do the rest of the touches to it in after it dries, because I think we're already pushing our luck a little bit there. Let me see if I could just get this one spot. There, it was kind of sticking out funny. It kind of had like a little bulbous thing sticking out there. All right, I'm going to put this to one side because this is really intriguing.